Hey y'all, hey, it's Mahogany Fawn Mobcast here. Welcome to another episode. Today I have the honor of speaking to the one, the only, Juice the producer from Death Row Records South. Juice, say hey to the Mob Crew.
Hey Mob Crew, what's happening?
Now Juice is down in Florida enjoying the lovely weather. Unfortunately, we're in 30 degrees today.
Did you say that with some animosity just now? Something just come off like, was that a little beef? Yeah, we're enjoying our weather. So you set yourself up for that.
Okay, yeah, I did. But Juice, I just want to say thank you again for joining us on the Mobcast today. Thank you for giving us your time. I'm looking forward to getting into these questions. And before I start, is there anything that you would like the Mob Crew to know about you personally? I mean, we like to get intimate here, you know?
No problem. I'm a father, I'm a husband, provider, just a human, just like everybody else, just trying to survive. That's just about it, and enjoying every day that God gives you. So that's basically me, a musician and producer.
Okay, you're a kingdom man. I appreciate that. All right.
Try my best.
Okay, so let's hop in. My first question is, everybody wants to know, but, what's something about Death Row Records that people think they know but got completely wrong?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. You coming straight out fully loaded, huh?
Yeah, we come blazing. We ain't waiting. No.
I'll tell you one thing. The old Death Row versus the new Death Row is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just slide right into the old Death Row for the ones that wasn't born, in the 70s and 80s. You could just Google the Death Row. You had your Tupac, you had, Dr. Dre, Snoop, a lot of the people back then, and it was a different aspect. I'm not going to go too far into detail.
Mm-hmm.
And versus what Death Row Records is now, is when Snoop purchased Death Row Records, for himself.
Right.
He wanted to build a legacy. He wanted to show peace, love, and harmony. So, new Death Row versus the old Death Row, we have a new vision now.
Right.
We still gonna give you great music. We have October London, we have Tony Armani. And back to October London, you close your eyes and hear him sing, you think it's
for real. No lie. I like turn on me, baby. I wanna I like me some London. What? Fire?
Yeah, I like that moment.
Desire. Yeah.
You wanna get soulful and feel like you wanna go to church a little bit. You can get with Tony Armani, man, and Tony Armani can help you find his draw.
That's right. That's right.
He has a song called The Country Girl, and line stepping is real big down south,
Mm-hmm.
Texas, Mississippi, Florida, and Atlanta, stuff like that. So
right.
He had the Country Girl thing going real good, man. And like I said, we're on a different vision. We have Jane Hancock too, very talented young lady. She puts you in the mind of Jill Scott, Slash, Aretha, touch of a little soulfulness as well.
Almost lost you there.
So yeah, we're loaded. We're definitely going into a direction of gospel. Death Row Records is going to have a gospel situation soon.
They taking over.
Yeah.
The gospel scene is getting crazy, especially gospel rap. Oh man, that's an untapped market. They growing. They having the club at the church. They are growing.
Right, and be honest, I'm not a preacher or anything, but it's okay to love God. It's okay to rap about something.
That's right.
You're not a punk if you rap about God.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to kind of lead the way in. Me and one of my producer buddies named EMAC out of Texas. Shout out to EMAC, man. Me and him put together something called Sophisticated G-Funk.
Ooh.
And that's a new style with the South and West merging and bringing, the West Coast to the South. Because when people say South, and no disrespect to Georgia, I got family there, I worked up there.
I'm about to say, don't do it.
Yeah, I'm treading lightly, but I'm just gonna be honest. Florida is lower than Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. Geographically, you are correct.
Yeah, we got the 2 Live Crew, we got the Plies, we got the Kodak Black, we got the Dolce, we got, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
We're South. So I'm trying to get people to realize that there is positive coming out of the South other than people catching the football and running out of it.
That's right. There's more than sports. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's
So
right.
that's the difference, then versus now. And I mean, questions going to come. So when
Right.
you see the recording, there are questions. You guys can follow me on Instagram and stuff like that. And I'm very sociable when it comes to trying to lead the way for the new death row.
Okay. We're going to plug you in at the end of the show, Juice. At the end of the show.
Yeah.
Everybody want to run the doggone show. Why y'all want to tell them now? Everybody want to tell them in the beginning? What are you doing? Let me see. But that does give me to my next question though, okay? What moment in your career made you realize, yeah, I'm really in this industry?
Wow, you got some great questions, man. I'm going to go ahead and answer every question you give me because I'm a realist. Honestly, I'm going to give you a short answer. I would say COVID. I've been producing, making music way before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a musician my whole life. I look young, but I'm a 70s baby. Yeah, I'm a
What? I mean, I tell you, black don't crack because we looking good. Do you hear me?
Yeah, man. I've been around a couple seasons, and I love it. I'm healthy. I feel good, and I have the knowledge and experience when it comes to music. So, being a musician first taught me a lot. But I'm gonna be honest, man. When COVID hit, you couldn't do anything.
Right.
You had to stay in the house. This was a situation to where the world was on lock.
Right.
Nothing expect nothing like that. So at that moment, I had a couple of situations out, and I'm what you call a ghost producer as well. That's when almost like what a ghost writer is.
Yeah. My fans are familiar. That I do have a lot of indie artists and things that I do interview and I do talk to and I'm around. So yeah, we're fluent in the verbiage and the music verbiage.
Love it. Yeah. So I'm more like a ghost producer. So I had some stuff out that legally I can't speak who it is, but the music is floating right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but COVID did it for me. To answer the question, COVID did it for me because I was inside and I was like, man, I got to take this to another level. I can't go outside. I don't want to dry up. I got to do what I need to do. And that's when the internet just took off.
Right.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And I remember jumping in the game because I didn't have social media going.
That's right.
What we have now.
That's right.
I was used to moving around, selling tapes and CDs for $5.
Right. Out the trunk of them cars, out the book bag. You know what I mean? Yeah. I agree. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Coke was that one that said, all right, let's put the gas, put on the gas pedal, and that's when I just really started just hammering music out and meeting artists and networking, working with other producers and stuff like that.
Well, that kind of takes me away from my next question because if there is such a track that you did work on that you can't speak of, like you may not be able to answer this question.
Oh no, I can't. Give it to me.
All right. Okay. All right. What record, have you worked on or have you changed that you felt could have changed the game, but basically never saw the light of day or got the appreciation it deserved?
Damn, I got two songs.
What?
Yeah, I got two. The first one it's a rapper named Cody P. That's from Pompano down south here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I teamed him up with a guy named Jay Knight, and we did a track called Problem. And boy, we actually flew out to Atlanta to shoot the video. I'll never forget that. And I just think we were just coming off of COVID. People were just getting outside. And that was a hell of an album, man. I think Kodak P. Actually, Kodak P used to, be around Kodak Black. He helped start Kodak Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can do your research on him as well. Very powerful, meaningful, hip hop artist.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not an artist that just runs his mouth. He knows what he's talking about.
You know what he's talking about. He got message behind those words.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
I call him the street preacher.
Ooh.
But man, his album and Jay Knight, I think that song got downplayed. That was a great video, great song.
You don't mind if I throw a little clip in there, do you? You ain't gonna mind if I throw a little clip in there while we talk about it, are you?
Oh yeah, do your thing.
They gotta know what you talk about, right?
Yeah, I don't see it, but if you put it up, that's okay. I'm open book. It's somewhere online.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's no problem on YouTube page, so it's all right there. But
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can plug that in. Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
that was one, and then the second one is actually I can talk about it because I'm not sure when we're gonna release it. It's a talented singer in Florida named Sienna Alita.
ooh.
She sings Spanish and English. She's mixed, but she's very talented female. Oh my God, she sings pop, R&B. You gotta look her up too.
I will.
Yeah, she's an underground artist that really needs to see the daylight. But she got nominated for a Grammy in the Latin area of her
Okay.
career. So she holds some titles. But we remade a song. I don't know if you know who Mickey Howard is. You might have to Google her.
Yeah,
Mickey Howard.
familiar. I got an old
Yeah.
soul. Mm-hmm.
I bet it up, bet it up. Yeah, we got a song called "Baby Be Mine" that Mickey Howard is actually Mickey Howard's song. So I was able to get permission to remix that and get the clearance for it, and we were working on that for like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And the song sounds so good, but the timing is not there. You know, she was doing something with the Grammy situation with Latin. I was working with Death Row Records. It was a lot going on. Then I had RCA pulling at me for some stuff, so it was like, dang, I need to drop this record. But yeah, it's called "Baby Be Mine." So that's the second one that is just sitting on the shelf, man. It's gonna be released one day.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, being that you want to, be a change maker as a representative for Death Row, when you carry a name like Death Row Records, does it feel like pressure or power?
Man, you got great questions. I might have to
I'm
make you be
I'm
my
really I'm true to this. I'm not new.
yeah. Take you to Malt Squad with me when I travel. Both, both.
Okay.
I think it's a legacy. First of all,
Yes.
growing up listening to Snoop, jamming Snoop in my car and riding around doing my thing, bumping the music, and then now these many years later, actually working for the person that I actually listened to.
Right.
It's
Full
amazing.
circle.
It's a full circle, nothing but God. And the thing about it is, I have a responsibility.
Yes.
So the pressure comes from, do I need to get it right? How can I get it right? What can I do to change it? What can I do to not make that same mistake again? Because I don't mind making mistakes. I just don't like to make the same mistake repeatedly.
Right.
That shows no growth. And you can apply that with anything in life, you know.
Right.
So yeah, that responsibility is big. And then I think more or less, believe it or not, people feel threatened by death row.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it would be more fearful than
Yeah.
anything else.
I get a lot of. I'm gonna tell you something. I went to go see. I think it was Two Chains the other month or something like that, and I went to pull in a parking lot, and I dropped the window down on my car before I can say anything. I had one of my chains on, and the guy said, "Oh, you with Death Row?" And I was like, "Yeah, I forgot I had my chain on." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Move that gate, move that gate, let him in." I'm like, "Damn." Like, damn, boy, we got some power, boy. We got power. So, and the thing is, though, it has to be respected because there is a legacy that can't be erased, whether it's good or bad. So you have to respect that role. You got to respect what happened to be who we are now. You know what I mean? It's just like you growing up and you made all the mistakes driving that bicycle, riding that bicycle, and I bet you won't try to catwalk again a certain kind of way. To slide down on that knee and get that little pizza. You know what I mean? So it's just one of the things people have learned before I came along to join the role, how not to play with the role. Because we come off nice, but we still death row. We still have the power, but the way we're doing it now is here.
Okay.
So we're doing it in a way to where you can see the difference. You can see the change. You can see the peace. You can see the love. If you Google Snoop right now, and shout out to Manchester, that's my boss. I'm the main guy. That's Snoop's manager. And Mace, that's my PR, public relations, and then also my partner in crime, EMAC. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
But when you Google Snoop, you'll see in the whole crew, all of us, he's always talking about love, peace, harmony, something positive. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to change the projective, and let everyone see that, hey, we ain't out here robbing, stealing, killing. Now, there may be some music that come out the road that say some things like that. Hip hop is hip hop. It's an
Right.
art.
That's right.
But that's not what we pushing in the South. We're gonna give you some music now. We're gonna give you some get down in there too now. But we're gonna give you, your Charlie Burrell, your Tony Armani, your gospel. You're gonna get your pop, you're gonna get your country, you get everything coming from the road, so people can see that you don't have to be fear when I pull up on the scene or anybody else pull up on the scene from Death Row Records.
Okay. Well, with that being said, what would you say separates a producer from someone who just makes beats? Because I think a lot of people need to understand that just because you pulled a track from YouTube or wherever, that doesn't really make you a producer. Or am I wrong? I mean, because I'm not a producer.
You
I
on
could be
point.
mistaken, but that's not what it looks like to me.
Yeah, you definitely on point. I don't know how much time we got, but I need to write a book because boy, that's
Right.
I can step on some
Keep it
toes.
cute, keep it cute. Wait a minute. We just
Yeah, this is a heavy situation. I would say technology has spoiled a lot of the younger producers now. Without trial and error, you don't have perfection. I'll say that again.
Mhm.
Without trial and error,
Gonna give it
you
to him,
don't have
Glenn.
perfection.
All right.
Okay. So with technology, we have overnight success. And I'm not hating, you know what I mean? Because it could be one of my songs I put out, and I have over 419 something songs out there floating,
Oh my
as
goodness.
produced. But it's like you miss a process. So for example, TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
If a person is sitting in their house and they come up with an old garbage song and somebody grabs it on TikTok and makes a dance off of it,
Yeah.
well, guess what? That
Yeah.
garbage song has
It's
just
now
went
viral.
viral.
Yep. Yep.
But that garbage song missed the process. And I
Right.
think what we have now is that happening so much and everyone's getting paid. And I understand,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hurting the market,
Yes, it is.
for real producers that actually take the time to make the mistakes making the music. So yeah, a producer, I would say maybe I don't like the number really. I don't brag on myself at all. As you get to know me, you'll see that. But as a musician, first, I think it's an important element in production, knowing voices, knowing beats, knowing measures, knowing treble clef, bass clef,
That's right.
the key of C, the key of E sharp, knowing when your tempo is off, knowing that it's going too fast, breath exercises.
Right.
So that it's certain things like that that makes producers
Mm-hmm.
stand out,
There you go.
different from overnight success TikTok
Mhm.
producers,
Right.
and
Putting it in the app, telling the app what you want it to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not a producer, but it doesn't seem
yeah,
like producer stuff to me at all.
yeah, it's very sad and no disrespect to AI. I think I'm a fan
They're
of
killing us though. They're killing the truth. Like,
they,
video killed
yep,
the radio star. So
yep,
it seems like it's happening again, except in this type fashion. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's why podcasts and platforms like you are so important. You and the mob crew and what you're doing. It's up to you guys and us to spread the narrative and show people that we're still here.
To
We're
keep it
still doing.
real. Because
Yeah, this
AI
is
isn't.
fresh.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's just not. It's not
it,
real. You
I'm
feel
sick
me?
of it. I'm sick of it. But the thing is, it helps in a certain way to where, and I'm not against technology, and I'm
Mhm.
trying not to cuss. I'm trying to change my life. I'm not against.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
just
a cuss
looks
in a
out.
minute.
I'm not gonna judge you.
Hey, I'm gonna cuss in a minute now. We get on some topic, but listen, I'm trying to hang in there. But the thing is like technology, we need that, right? But to
Right.
a point to where people are really cheating, you know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like I got years into playing the keyboard, years.
Hmm.
So you mean to tell me a young cat can just sit down in front of a computer with a program and just say, make me a song feeling sorry and in the key of C. And then
Yes.
5 minutes later just puts it out? What kind of mess
Yes.
is that?
Right.
I feel disrespected.
It's there. Where's the purity? Where's the
Right,
craft?
right.
Where?
There's a lesson. It's not a loss. It's a
Hmm.
lesson. It's a lesson when you take something down like that, man. So to me, I think
AI has crippled us as people. It makes us handicapped. I was talking to an engineer the other day, and they
Mm.
were hiring for a studio, and they asked the girl for a resume. And do you know the girl did not know how to do a resume? And she got on the phone. She said, "I can get you one right away. Chat GBT, can you make me a resume?" I'm sitting like,
Yes.
what? You don't know what a header is? You don't know how to put your name, address, email,
Mm.
objective,
It's dumbing
what's your
us.
experience?
They're saying there's signs of dementia in teenagers from this mess. But you know what? That's a topic for another day. We ain't gonna get
Oh,
into the AI, but
oh,
like hey,
look,
we got a
I'm
nice
about to
little
say, that's why they're retarded as hell. I told you I was gonna cuss. The average teenager walking around with hoodies on in the 90 degrees. What's going on now?
right,
Come
exactly.
on, man.
Some
Yeah.
ain't connecting right?
Yeah, that elevator don't go all the way to the top.
Not all the
That's
way,
all.
not all the way. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, ain't the sharpest.
Exactly.
But with that being said, I mean that's a hard truth. What was the hardest truth you've had to learn about the music industry?
Taken advantage of.
Mm.
That was the first time that I made a record, and I'm not gonna say any names because this can go, to litigation really quick.
Hmm.
I made a track. I agreed on a price. I didn't get nowhere near that price. I got a deposit. They got the track. It was what happens, and I'll break it down a little easier for you. Well, not for you. I'm just saying I'll make it quicker.
Yeah.
Is when I have two ways I used to do music before I signed with Death Row.
Mhm.
And I still do it this way when I'm allowed to mess with other artists outside the role. If my tag is on the song, I get 50% royalties for the rest of my life. That's mechanical, production, everything, license and all that. That's my
Okay.
deal. And then you get a certain price, you pay me for that track.
Okay.
Without my tag, I'm selling my track to you outright. I'm not
Right.
leasing it. It's yours. You can do what you
Yours.
want to do.
That's right. Okay.
Right, but that's gonna cost you, and
Hmm.
it's gonna cost you. It's gonna be a comma behind that. So, yeah. So I had did that, and I agreed on a price with these certain individuals, which we're friends still now, but it's I just got taken advantage of, and the song did some great numbers, great numbers.
Wow.
So I would say that hurt me, and then the fact of that, a lot of artists these days now are but trying to wear too many damn hats. You
True.
you you need a team around you.
You do?
You need artist development. You need a manager. You need a vocal coach. You need a studio. You need an engineer. You need at least four good people in your corner.
Right.
Um, but when you're an artist and you the writer, you the producer, you the engineer, you doing everything, and you sitting in front of a doggone computer, and you got Florida, LA, or whatever the places that everybody go and all that logic and everything, NPC, and then now you roll out something, you missing it. And I don't, and nothing against people who don't have nobody in their corner, but I would urge artists to find at least one or two people that believe in them and can help them build a team. So that's one of the things that I hate working with artists, and I had some downfall working with artists that wasn't. I would say they wasn't accepted to me trying to produce them.
Got
See,
you.
a producer, we do more than just make music.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting in a studio with you and it don't sound right to me, I'm going to
Hmm.
say something. You need to have that spirit to have constructive criticism. You need to be able to
Constructive
receive it.
criticism. That's
Yeah,
right.
because it could be that one note or that one bar that
Hmm.
goes that one word that makes a difference whether you get a radio play or not. You know
Right.
what I mean? You can say something like, "Man, you messed me up," or "Man, it was a displeasure," something of that nature, whatever.
Yeah.
So dealing with certain artists is one of the things that I've wasted a lot of time and aggravation with. As a producer, that's been a downfall. So that has changed over the last 3 or 4 years, though.
Okay. Well, then that brings me to my last and final question.
Okay,
See, you
okay.
didn't even know we were already at the end. You didn't even know.
Oh no.
But wait a minute. Okay, so have you ever had to choose between loyalty and opportunity?
Wow. Um.
That's really when we find out who we really are.
Yeah, that's a great. It's probably one of your best questions. Um, yeah, I would say I've almost got myself in a situation where I was backed up against a wall to do that. And I chose not to take that bag. And that's the way you have to display that, because loyalty over money that's the best way to kind of rephrase that thing a little bit, because that's the only way people will move. You know what I mean? If you offer 10 grand and then the album you're working on, that producer should have got credit for it, but they have giving you 10 grand to put something on and you get credit. That's not good if I'm friends with that producer. You break that loyalty. And I never was that type of person to really hurt a friendship or hurt a relationship based upon money. You know what I mean? So I would say I almost got back into a situation like that where I had to choose, either to go with this particular group. That was back in the days, and I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? So I would give advice to anybody: just follow your heart on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't chase the bag. Don't chase the money.
That's right.
Do what makes you happy. Let that money take you.
The money will come.
And you'll keep loyalty, and then you'll find loyal friends that'll follow you.
That's right.
And it'll weed itself out. You ain't got time to deal with no jealousy, no hatred, and all these garbage people that's
it's not a competition. It's not a competition. There's enough out here for all of us to eat.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I would say stay prayed up and watch your company, man. Be careful with the company you keep, for real.
All right. Well, with that being said, Juice, please let the mob crew know where they can find you if they would like you to drop some more gems on them.
Okay. Basically, you can find me on the internet. Just Google me. But it's Juice the Producer.
I love that. You know what? I kind of say that now too. Only because the internet just puts everything together. I feel like, can't Google me.
Look, true or false, it's gonna fall. But I'm on Instagram. I do most of my networking on Instagram. You can follow me at Juice the Producer 813-239. That's Juice the Producer 813-239. I'm on Facebook, which is Juice the Producer, Defro Ruckers. On YouTube, the same handle. I'm starting a class called Artist Development by Defro Ruckers. As soon as I get the green light for it, we got everything developed. And also we're doing something for musicians as well, which is going to be very interesting. And we'll come back maybe in the next 6 months and circle and talk about that. But I'm gonna give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
Let me know. I'll promote. I'm all love here. We grow better together.
Oh yeah. Okay. But definitely find me on TikTok. I'm starting to get into TikTok. That's a whole nother animal right there, man. But it's
TikTok, it is. It is a whole nother beast. It is.
Right.
Wow. We're gonna go ahead and close up. Juice, I enjoyed you so much. I thank you for all the knowledge that you dropped today. I think it's very enlightening to the mob crew and give another insight on what the world of Death Row Records South is all about.
Definitely.
At the end of all my shows, I always say this one little ditty, and that is, life is like a game of tag. Somebody is always it, and that it could be you, like Juice the Producer. Until next time, you guys, Juice, say peace out to the mob crew.
Peace out, mob crew. Appreciate y'all. Defro Ruckers, baby.